Welcome to our next tutorial on electric current. Okay, here I will be discussing the answers. The answer to the first question, the law which relates the current in a conductor to the potential difference across its ends. That law is called Ohm's law. We're talking about current flow and potential difference. Current flow is I, potential difference is V, and this law is Ohm's law, which is V equal to I into R. So it is Ohm's law. The mathematical representation of the law is V equal to I multiplied by R. You have to write only Ohm's law, that's all. The unit of electrical resistance and its symbol. The unit is Ohm and the symbol is sigma. I have to write it here because I cannot write sigma in notepad. The physical quantity whose unit is Ohm, it is resistance. The unit of resistance is Ohm. Substances having infinitely high resistance are generally called insulators. See, resistors like nichrome, they are not insulators because through nichrome also electric current will pass, but it has a very high resistance, so it will produce lot of heat. That is the reason nichrome is used in electrical heaters. Okay, so they are not insulators. Nichrome is a resistor and current will flow through them and producing lot of heat, but insulators do not have any conductivity, like wood, like glass, like bakelite, like paper. These are insulators. They do not conduct any electricity, so we call them having infinitely high resistance. Okay, so generally insulators are also called substances having infinitely high resistance. Okay, keeping the resistance constants, if the potential difference across the ends of a component is halved, how it will affect the current flow. Now let us look into Ohm's law again. Let me bring a new board. Formula is V equal to I into R. Now resistance is constant, so R is constant, and the potential difference is halved, so from V it will become 1 by 2 V. Okay, then how it will affect the current flow? Let us assume that the new current flow is I1. Initial current flow was I, so it is 1 by 2 V, 1 by 2 V equal to R, which is constant, into I1. That is the new current flow. That means 1 by 2 V equal to R into I1. So the first equation is V equal to I into R, and the second equation is 1 by 2 V equal to R into I1. This is the first equation. Second equation is 1 by 2 V equal to I1, which is the new current flow, into R1 into R. R is constant. Okay, now name the first one as 1, second equation as 2. So divide 1 by 2, then you get V by 1 by 2 V equal to I upon I1. I1 is the new current flow, into R upon R. R and R will cancel out. In the left hand side, V and V will cancel out. So in the left hand side denominator it will be only 1 by 2, which will become 2. So 2 equal to I upon I1. Therefore 2I equal to I1, or I1 will be 1 by 2 into I. That means the current flow will be halved. Okay, so if the potential difference is halved, current flow will be halved, just as Ohm's law. Next question. The factors on which the strength of electric current flowing in an electrical conductor depends. First factor is resistance. Strength of electric current will depend on resistance and will also depend on potential difference. Next question. For a given material and length, which will have less electrical resistance, whether a thick wire will have less electrical resistance or a thin wire will have less electrical resistance. Let us draw a thin wire and let us draw a thick wire. A thick wire is a bigger path, is like a thin water pipe and a thick and a small water pipe and a fat water pipe. So definitely the thicker wire will have a less resistance, thinner wire will have more resistance. So thick wire will have less resistance because it has a bigger path for electron to flow. Thick wire will have less electrical resistance. Now just imagine a water pipe. If the water tube is thin, less water will pass. If the water tube is thick, okay, it is a bigger cross section, so more water will pass. Okay, I hope you understood the concept. Next question. Keeping the potential difference constant, the resistance of a circuit, if the resistance of a circuit is halved, how the current flow will change. Now here potential difference is remaining constant, whereas the resistance is becoming half. So again write the formula, V equal to I into R. Here V is constant. In the second case, V equal to I1 into 1 by 2 R, because now the resistance has become halved. Potential difference is still the same, V. So let us assume that new current flow will become I1. So let us see how I1 will change. So divide 1 by 2, we get V by V because potential difference is same, I upon I1 into R upon 1 by 2 R. Now R will cancel out on the right hand side, V will cancel out in the left hand side. So 1 by 2 will become 2 in the numerator. So in the left hand side it will be I1. So I1 equal to 2 into, sorry, left hand side 1 equal to 2I by I1. That means it will become, new I1 will become 2I. Therefore current flow will be doubled. So if the resistance is halved, current flow will be doubled. Simple. If you reduce the resistance, current will flow more easily. Okay, let us put a new board now. Now let us talk about unit of ohm. We know V equal to IR. So if V equal to 1, that means R equal to V by I. If V equal to 1, I equal to 1, then R will become 1. That means in a conductor, if the potential difference is 1 volt, if the current flow is 1 ohm, then the resistance of that conductor is called 1 ohm. So for a conductor having a potential difference of 1 volt and a current flow of 1 ampere, the resistance of the conductor is called 1 ohm. This is the definition of 1 ohm.